Hi, and welcome to Sunday Sensitive Subjects with Snow Kate. If you're new to my channel, every Sunday I post a video discussing a controversial topic, giving my opinion, and starting a discussion in the comments. If you do not agree with my opinion, please share your opinion below, but please make sure we are not degrading or insulting other people. This is simply my opinion on controversial matters, and I wish to share that opinion with you and to start a discussion. For today's Sunday Sensitive Subject, we will be talking about felony voting. So, felony voting. This is kind of a fun topic for me because it's not one that you see often. And for that, I'm kind of excited to talk about it because I'm interested to see what everybody else's point of view is on it. Now, as soon as somebody's committed a felon, they are no longer allowed to vote. In fact, they lose all of their rights. In some cases, they're not even considered human anymore. And that can be seen in the way that they're treated. But there have been cases made that are saying that felons should be allowed to vote once they leave prison, after they've served their time. And for that, I think, yeah. Once a felon has served his time, depending on the action, depending on what the felon is, I do believe they should be able to vote afterwards. If you get sent to jail for 2 years because you are pulling a Jean Valjean and you stole a loaf of bread, then yeah, I think you should be allowed to vote once you're out. If you are sent to prison for being a pedophile or for second-degree murder, which the likelihood in the cases of second-degree murder, you being able to vote or even get out of prison ever is not likely. But unfortunately, in the cases of pedophiles, they do get out earlier. And I don't think they should have the right to vote. I don't think they should have the right to live, but that is another discussion. But I do believe that in the cases of minor felonies, that once they are out of jail, they should have the ability to vote. While they're in jail, they're serving their time and they're not having that ability. They're not having their rights. And they have their rights stripped from them for those few years that they are in jail. But once they're out, then I believe the rights should be restored to them. Because at that point, for those minor felonies, it's supposed to be about rehabilitation, not, completely taking everything from them and then throwing them out on the street, because all that does is it leads them back into jail later. Now, for anybody who has a jail sentence over 5 to 10 years, I don't think they should, because those are a lot of the major felonies. And at that point, they are much more likely to be repeat offenders. But in cases of stealing or, even just light robbery, I know that sounds weird saying, but a lot of that is cases of impoverished neighborhoods and things like that, just trying to get an extra money to pay rent or get food. And to me, they should be allowed to have their rights restored after they've served their time. And, I think that they should be able to live their life as anybody else. Jobs asks nowadays, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And a lot of times that will cut your chances of even ever getting a job again. And that's rough for a lot of people, especially if you've only been in jail for 2 years or 3 years. Because not only do you have all your rights stripped away, but now you're also not able to provide. And once again, that's another situation where it starts that repeat offend, that repeat need to do what they did before in order to survive. And usually what they had to do in order to survive is what landed them in jail in the first place. So, do I think that felonies should have the right to vote once they're out of jail? For some of them, yes. And for other cases, no. But what do you think? Do you think that minor felons should be allowed to vote once they get out of jail? Or do you think all felons should be allowed to vote once they get out of jail? Or should they be able to vote while they're in jail? Tell me what you think in the comments, and make sure you like and subscribe, because I think that's the first time I've said that this month. Oh, I gotta keep remembering to do that. I will see you guys next Sunday. This is Snow Kate, signing off. Bye, y'all.